Good morning. I wanted to do a video, kind of bounce off the video that I did last, just talking about the different advice that I've given to people, whether it be friends or clients, or and kind of wanted to talk about that for a minute. And if you haven't seen my last video, I kind of suggested writing like a list of what you're looking for in a partner. Like the must-haves or desires or needs. And then there was things that you absolutely will not put up with, or that won't mesh with you. And then the other one was compromise. I think I named it desires. I don't remember. But anyway, so yeah, I did that video to kind of, put things in perspective, for anybody who's looking for a long-term relationship. So I started writing my list, and it just didn't feel right. Like, it's like really these things should be natural. Like these, I believe, and I was watching a podcast, but I believe that we'll automatically align with somebody who shares the same things, or has those same values, and or has things that you're looking for. You'll automatically, or you not automatically, but I guess what I'm trying to say is it'll be natural. And it's not so much these different things that you would write down. The most important thing is that you're bringing forth your authentic self. And, in this day and age, it's kind of hard for some of us to do that at first. The dating world, the dating scene is, someone my age, it's almost like, no, I'm not gonna, I've tried it, I have, and it was okay, but I just don't have the energy to get out there. And, I'm kind of like, it's just gonna happen. Like it's going to, it's gonna happen. Because if I'm aligned with myself, and I'm putting out into the universe that this is what I'm looking for, and I'm present, and I accept myself, I love myself, that person is going to gravitate towards me. So why should I write a list? To me, it's kind of like, and this was in that podcast I was watching, I'm like, oh my gosh, boom, that makes so much sense. But if you're bringing forth your authentic self, and you accept even your flaws, because when you're judging somebody else based on this list of things that you do or don't want, then you're really, essentially, you're judging yourself first. If that makes sense. Like you're putting restrictions on someone who can make you feel even better about yourself. I mean, that was the epiphany for me. That was like, wow, okay, yeah, that's why I'm not able to do this, to write this, these lists. Like, it would just felt weird doing it. Like, I could see myself doing that maybe when I was younger, and still trying to figure out who I am. But now it's like, I know who I am, and I'm aligned, and I'm happy. I, I've done, I've, I love myself. I care about I'm aligned. I'm not perfect, but I'm accepting of those imperfections, if that makes sense. Um, so I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Um, you know, it's how do they make you feel? How do they make you feel? You know, that is the important thing. You know, naturally, in order to find a significant other, you're gonna have to get out there. You know, you're gonna have to put yourself out there some way or another. Um, but how does this person make you feel about yourself? Or actually, you know, I shouldn't say it like that because it's almost like you're looking for validation from them. How does this person make you feel, or does this person make you feel happier? Not happy, but happier. Um, you know, and if you bring forth your authentic self, um, when you first, you know, within the first few months of knowing somebody, then they're either going to accept that, flaws and all, or they're going to move on. I mean, you know, and I don't so much try to see everything in black and white. You know, sometimes I do, but I'm working on that. Um, because people have they have a different speed with growth, or there might be, you know, they might have they're a place in their life where they're you know, we're always going to be working on ourselves. Always. We're never going to be there fully. The beauty in that, the silver lining, if you will, is we love ourselves where we're at. As long as we're moving forward, as long as we're making progress, as long as we're, you know, getting better, a better version of ourselves, and accepting the dark with the light. It's like a yin yang. You're you know, you're gonna have, you know, the light is gonna have a little darkness, and the dark is gonna have a little light, and it's about bringing those two together, and accepting both of them equally. Like, it's, you know, we all have our dirty, you know, laundry, if you will. We all have issues, all of us. And the beauty of finding somebody who is for you is, you know, being open with those things. And because you're open and vulnerable with those things, and that just shows the level of acceptance that you have. Or that saying, I'm working on this, I'm doing what I need to do, and I'm sharing that with you. This is who I am. This is who I am. And that's beautiful. Like, it was almost like, wow, you know, it was an eye opener because, you know, we have to take that risk with other people. We may accept ourselves, but know that we need to work on ourselves. That's okay. Um, but to share that with somebody is saying, here I am, take me or leave me, you know. And it's awesome to be in that place. It's very, it's brave, um, you know, because you're willing to um, show all parts of you. And it takes a lot of courage to do that, especially if you've been hurt. Like, you know, I've been hurt, but I don't always open up right away. That's just part of my personality, and it's not necessarily because I have unhealed wounds or anything like that, or trust issues. You know, I do. I mean, of course, everybody does, but you know, I'm not talking for everybody. I'm talking for myself. I do. I mean, it takes, but it's reciprocated. It's if someone shows you their vulnerability like that, it's natural for you to return that. And if you don't, you're withholding. If you don't, you're not secure in yourself. And that was something that I've learned, like this past year. You, when someone's doing that, it means, it's your foot in the door to kind of do it too, you know. And part of that is accepting those flaws and accepting the dark part of yourself, um, and sharing that you're willing to work on that. That's everybody, we're all working on ourselves in some way or another on a regular basis. We're not, and I can't stress this enough, we're never going to be perfect. We're never going to be there as far as this is it. This is who I am and that I'm done. Like and some people are like that. They're so set in their ways and they're so set in their mindset that they're not going to change. And that's unfortunate because a lot of people, even if they're married, and I have some close family members that are like this, even if they're married, and they feel like they've been there and they can't improve in some way or another, they're going to be a lonely person when, they're old and gone. I'm sorry, but we're never going to be there. We always evolve. If you feel like you're evolved completely and there's no room for improvement, that you're a lonely person. So all in all, yeah, it's more of how you feel when you're around somebody, how you feel about yourself, knowing that no one's perfect and we all can make improvement in our life. It's about being open and vulnerable, accepting your flaws, and accepting the flaws of the other. If you are in a relationship, people feel that. They feel whether or not you accept them for who they are. And if they don't, you're going to scare them away, and that's okay. You'd rather be yourself in your person who you are now, present that to somebody versus them seeing it down the road and then pushing you away. So yeah, I didn't do the list. I can't. It's just silly to me now. I think I've grown past that. I know who I am, and I know, myself well enough to know that I can make improvements. And accepting my darkness and my flaws. In doing that, I can accept that of others, So, anyway, have a good day.